Hi again. Today we're going to look at levers. Now this is my favorite simple machine because it just has a few moving parts, but it can do amazing things. A lever is essentially a wooden board with a pivot point. So a lever can have a simple class such as a pivot point and a board. You have the load on one end and you provide effort or work on the other end to lift or raise a load on that pivot point. So you have a basic first-class lever which has the pivot point in the middle to lift and raise the load. You can also have the pivot point at one end and you could put the load in the middle. This is known as a second class. You would see this very often as a wheelbarrow where you could lift your load on one end, have your load in the middle, and your pivot at the other. There's also a third type that works just like your arm, where the effort is in the middle, but the load is at the other end. So it would lift here in the middle, where you would provide the work, and that is called a third-class lever. We use levers all throughout the oil industry, and here at the Oil Museum of Canada, we use them in the form of pump jacks. What you'll see here in a typical pump jack is you'll have a beam and a pivot point, and you'll be lifting the load at one end and the effort will be at the other. These simple machines were used to start an industry and continue to be used today. So why don't you come to the Oil Museum and check it out, or look at some of the images that we have provided in the additional lessons associated.